Hi friends, this is a 3-part tutorial showing you how I make these granny squares for a fun Halloween bandana. You'll want to hit subscribe because you'll want to know when parts 2 and 3 are released. Let's go over some of the tools. You're going to need scissors, a 3.5mm hook. I'm using this Hobbii cotton 8/4 print yarn, as well as you'll need a tapestry needle. So why don't you go ahead and grab your materials and let's get going. As I said, I'm using this Halloween edition Friends Cotton 8/4 print from Hobbii Yarn in this orange color. I am going to be starting with a slip knot, and we're going to be crocheting the center of these granny squares. As you can see, the crochet hook I'm using is a 3.5mm hook. I'm putting the yarn onto the hook, and to create my granny square, I'm going to start by chaining 3. I'm working into that first chain to just pull up a loop. I've created basically a circle that I'm going to work into. Chain 3 counts as a double crochet, and then I'm going to be double crocheting into this center opening for a total of 12 double crochet. Go ahead and do that, and then I will meet you there and we can get started on the second round. After you have 12 double crochets into this center circle, you are then going to just join the circle using a slip stitch into those first chain spaces. So put the yarn through, pull it, and then just cinch it to form a circle. This is your first round of the granny square with 12 double crochet stitches. We're going to be continuing the second round by chaining 2. And then into each stitch around, we are just going to be working 2 double crochet stitches into each stitch for a total of 24 double crochet. So I work into the chain head, and I'm just going to be working 2 double crochet into each chain head all the way around. Remember, when you got started, the chain 3 does count as a double crochet, so you're just going to work 1 more into that first space to count for 2. I'm putting 2 stitches into the same opening all the way around this circle to basically build the size of the circle. This counts as my second round, and I'm going to continue this until I have 24 stitches around. And I'm going to close the circle again with a slip stitch, and I will meet you there. For the third row, we are going to be working in the same color, so chain 3, and into the same stitch space, you're going to work 1 extra double crochet, so 2 stitches total into that space because the chain counts as a stitch. In the next opening, you're going to be working 1 double crochet, followed by 2 into the next stitch. So we're alternating working 2 and then 1 double crochet into all the stitches around. You're going to have 36 stitches total on round 3. However, we're going to be doing a little shaping at the bottom of the pumpkin to give it a flat bottom at stitch 17. So alternate 2 double crochet followed by 1 double crochet until you get to 17. You'll have 16 completed double crochet around the circle. At this point, you can count your stitches to make sure that you have equally distributed them around. Then in the 17th stitch, I'll show you what we're going to do. It's going to be the bottom of the pumpkin, so instead of working a double crochet, we're just going to yarn over and work a half double crochet for the next 3 stitches. So 17, 18, and then 19 are going to be half double crochet. It's not much of a difference, it just gives it a flat pumpkin-y shape on the bottom, and then we're going to continue with the rest of the stitches around as we did before. So we're going to put a double crochet followed by 2 double crochet in the next stitch all the way around until the end. Close with a slip stitch as you did on the previous rounds, and you should have a total of 36 stitches all the way around your circle. Next part, we're going to be adding this black color yarn just around the perimeter of the circle. I'm going to work with this yarn the same way, with joining with a slip knot onto my crochet hook and attaching it to the existing orange circle. I'm pulling the yarn tight and bringing forward the black color yarn, so it's going to have a smooth join when I start working. I like to work into the same stitch, just a single crochet to better secure my yarn, and then I'm going to be working a single crochet into each stitch around the circle. To that 17th stitch, you are just going to work a slip stitch into stitches 17, 18, and 19 by just inserting the hook and pulling the yarn through without an extra loop on the hook. After you've done those 3 slip stitches, you're just going to continue the rest of the circle in single crochet, and you should have 36 stitches total. With a slip stitch at the end of the circle to join the black yarn together, and you should see that if you lay your circle out, those bottom 3 stitches where you had the slip stitch are just going to give it a flat shape at the bottom of the pumpkin. Now, using this limited edition Halloween color, it's kind of a multi-print, I'm going to just use it to make these circles into a square shape for the granny squares. I'm starting the same way with putting the yarn onto the crochet hook with a slip knot, and I'll show you how I work around the circle to make it have square edges. I'm joining the color in the same way by adding both colors onto my hook and working into that first stitch. I'm just going to single crochet in the new color working yarn. This helps me secure the yarn, as well as I'm going to continue working another single crochet. So I have 2 single crochet stitches. I'm yarning over for 1 double crochet, yarning over again for a second double crochet. That's 4 stitches. Then into the next stitch, I'm going to yarn over twice for a treble crochet. I'm going to insert the hook, pull up the yarn, pull through once more, and pull through a third time for a treble crochet. Into that same stitch, I'm going to work another treble crochet. So I'm going to have 2 treble crochet stitches in the same space. Then I'm going to show you for the corners, I'm going to chain 2, yarn over twice for another treble crochet, yarn over twice for another treble crochet. So that's 2 extra treble crochet separated by a chain 2 space. This is going to form the corner. Now, because that was a little fast, I'm going to show you again. It's basically just building symmetry on both sides to form the square. So in the next stitch, I'm going to make a double crochet followed by a second double crochet. Then I'm going to work 4 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochet, building the next side with 2 more double crochet. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet in the next stitch. Then I'm yarning over twice for that series of treble crochet. So I'm putting 2 treble crochet into the same stitch space, separated by a chain 2, and then another 2 treble crochet to follow up that corner shape, all within the same stitch. So 4 stitches total in the same stitch space. If I lay it out, you can see how that's starting to form a corner, and you're just going to follow the symmetry around all sides, working the treble crochets into the corner, followed by 2 double crochet, followed by 4 single crochet in the middle. So it's just a repeat all the way around. I'm going to do 2 more double crochet to show you how I work across this flat bottom. Remember where we did the slip stitches? I'm just working my hook into the slip stitches. However, I'm following the same pattern. So I have 2 double crochet, then I'm going to have 4 single crochet working across those slip stitches. So they're a little tighter, but it should work out fine. Here's my 4th single crochet. Then I'm working 2 more double crochet, and then I'm going to be working that corner. If you're getting a little lost, don't worry. All of the info is going to be in the description below, so just hit subscribe to save for later. At this point, I'm just going to be weaving in all of the ends. So if you want to skip ahead, you can wait until part 2 to see more about how I join this bandana together. If you're sticking around for how I weave the ends in together, I will give you a little trick. I like to do a triple knot with my yarn. So I'm going to cut this one close to the knot, and I'll show you with these colors. I like to bring the same matching colors together, tie them once, put them a different way, put the yarn over the opposite way for a second time, repeat that again for a third time. It secures the knot, and it's just a trick I learned when I first started crocheting. For this orange color that we used for the 3 rows of the circle, I'm going to show you, I like to use my crochet hook to go under some loops just to grab the longer string and bring that yarn tail through towards the center of the granny square. It just kind of blends it in, and then I like to secure the knot from the center. So I'll do it one way, I will knot it again a second way, and then for that third time I will knot it how I did the first time. So I'm just alternating the strings each time I pull that knot tight. And that's how I like to weave in my ends. I would love to hear any tips, tricks, recommendations for your granny squares, and I hope that you follow along for part 2 of how to make this bandana. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit subscribe.